Hey Dumplies, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to get into Jin and the topic of the military and the enlistment date. I have a lot of thoughts on this, and I want to get into what people are talking about. As the year is almost wrapping up, I also want to get into a clip where Jimin acts possessive with a girlfriend. This one is very cute, and I wanted to save that for the end. So grab your dumpling or tea spilling mug merch, and let's get into the tea. If you're new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you're a hater, let's be first to leave your hate comment. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also, so you can be first to do so. Now let's jump into it. The thing I really want to get into is Jin and the military enlistment. I do have to give some backstory and catch you up if you didn't already know, so hang tight. Jin is the oldest member of BTS and has to serve in the South Korean military. There is currently still no exemption for BTS going to the military. And Jin is the oldest, meaning he is at the final age in which you should have enlisted already, and it could potentially be illegal for him to just let the year pass and not enlist. At least now with the current law, it's currently 18 to 30, meaning all members can enlist now, but Jin has to enlist right away. So he doesn't hit 30 or 31 and not be enlisted or a veteran. He is currently 28, turning 29. Now the law used to be 18 to 28, and I think for the majority of K-pop idols, it's still that age range. A law called the BTS law passed not too long ago, where the country decided that they were going to postpone Jin's enlistment age to 30, and right before Jin turned 28. And the law basically only applies to BTS. Some companies have come out and said how unfair this is because no other group can achieve what the requirements are. You can let me know your thoughts. One of the requirements is that the artists have to receive the cultural merit badge, and BTS has it due to their outstanding achievement in how they broke into the US market. But they're also one of the youngest. I'm not sure, but I think they might be the youngest to receive it, because usually you need like 15 years or so of experience to get the merit badge. So a lot of people who have it are veterans in the industry and are approaching 50 or 60. As you can imagine, the enlistment age being 18 to 30, no other artist would be able to qualify for the postponement other than BTS, and then being almost this extraordinary exception. Now Jin's birthday is in December, and the country was obviously dealing with COVID in 2020. And when they realized Jin was going to enlist, they realized this was going to be a problem. Reason being, since a lot of stuff shut down in Korea, restaurants and businesses, BTS was the government's main source, or one of the bigger sources of income for the economy. So I recall in almost just a week, I could be wrong, but it didn't take long, I remember, for them to literally put together the BTS law, like right before Jin's birthday. They passed this law. BTS and Jin are currently not exempt from the military. And the reason I believe that they won't be exempt is because if the government wanted the exemption, I think it would have happened already. Given how fast they put together the postponement law, they can definitely pass a law for artists to be exempt. I think a congressperson was looking into doing this, but it failed. Not 100% sure. I gotta be honest, I don't think anyone would be pissed about this. Like pissed that BTS was one of the few to be exempt, because it represents hope for other artists. Military is a touchy subject. Hundreds of idols debut a year, and when another artist takes a quote-unquote break and then they decide to come back, they often have nothing to come back to. In a Rolling Stone magazine, Jin talked about how if he were to be called into the military, he would serve. He either has to serve next year or 2023. You may notice that BTS did not put out a full-length album, just a few singles, and I do believe this could be because they don't plan on touring next year. If they were to work on a full-length album now and release it, they can't tour now, so they would tour next year or when COVID really blows over. And it looks like they're scared of the idea of touring right now, given a lot of artists have planned tours for 2022. So my theory is that enlistment could be in early or mid 2022, and I think Jin will be going first and possibly by himself. Recently, people have been worried about the mental health of BTS and what is going on with them. A more troubling live stream that came out recently, J-Hope literally said he was not okay, and this is very concerning. I think someone asked him if he was okay, and he smiled and said, "I'm not okay." And Hope is usually all sunshine and bright all the time, so to hear this, maybe something was actually wrong. Now, I don't know what Hope is going through, but I don't know anyone right now who is okay. Early 2020, if you think about it, was traumatizing. It didn't hit me that I had some sort of PTSD until recently. I started dreaming and even watching old news clips and crying. Those people who are downplaying and just trying to act like everything was normal, they're part of the problem. 2020 was really bad. And every time I turned on the news, went on social media, people were dying, or there weren't enough hospitals. God forbid I had an accident or needed medical attention that wasn't COVID. There would be no doctors available. That does something to your mental health. And you can't sit there and say it doesn't. J-Hope isn't immune to those things. Everything was out of our control, and things that used to make us happy, we were not able to do. At least in my home, everyone was arguing all the time because we were so sick of each other. I feel for him a lot. Again, I don't know if that is what happened with him, but whether he's sad about that, it's something that for sure is at least in the back of his mind. Trigger warning, but Jungkook also talked about him and not eating for 5 days, or not eating solid foods for 5 days in preparation for the Butter music video. I'm going to be completely candid and honest here. I was so upset and mad that he did this. And when I talked about it before, I kind of played it off and talked about it more lightly. But you know what's not a good look for a music video? Being dead. Please don't ever do that again. You'll be dead before you're skinny enough. And I hope you hear this message. Overall, you can definitely tell that BTS has not been okay mentally, and I pray for them. And I hope the best for them going forward. We ARMYs want the best for you, and we love you so much. Please find ways and time to take care of yourself. It's been a lot of craziness lately, but there's obviously a lot of happy moments as well. A clip recently resurfaced that has gotten so many people talking, and it's really cute and adorable, and I really like it. This was backstage, and it came from their Bangtan episode, and Jimin was just playing on camera. They were likely doing a little bit for fun, and just something for them to post. Looking at this, it's so shocking how long ago this felt like it was, and even back then, BTS was still doing their show and kept it going. I really like it. I think it's very cute and fun. I do react to some behind the scenes BTS stuff on my Patreon. I want to start doing more Bangtan bombs as well, so you can check that out. But Jimin was just kind of talking on the phone, pretending he was speaking about his girlfriend, saying how pretty she was, and then he notices the camera and says basically that ARMY is the girlfriend, and he is talking about how much he wants to see us all, and then began to give his announcement about BTS promotion. To see us all, obviously, this was a very cute way of announcing their plans and their need to see us. It for sure would have caught the attention of ARMY at the time and would have made them listen to the full announcement. BTS and specifically Jimin can't do this stuff anymore because it will get taken out of context and people will get mad. Like, people would probably just edit the video and make Jimin look bad. But there is no reason why this should make Jimin look bad. It was very cute, and I love 2016 Jimin. Never be ashamed of calling ARMY your girlfriend. It was actually kind of funny recently when BTS was asked for Wire, I think. They were answering the top search for BTS, and one of them is, who is BTS's best friend? And J-Hope answered Halsey, while I think Taeyang answered Ed Sheeran. Halsey, I believe, are actually BTS close friends. I do believe when Halsey is in Korea, she would stop by and say hi to BTS, and she wouldn't record it or whatever. It'll just be like a chill thing. But I didn't know BTS was close with Ed. I know they worked on Permission to Dance together, but I didn't know they were close. ARMYs actually trended this, and Halsey trended. ARMYs were sad and mad that BTS said Halsey and Ed Sheeran rather than ARMY. I was laughing, but I wasn't sure if this was serious or not. But it's funny. But there's no way BTS can have 30 million best friends. That defeats the point of a best friend. Your best friend is the friend that is the best out of everyone else, not everyone. I hope no one that was mad or actually mad that BTS named those two. I'm glad they have American best friends. It makes me happy that they're getting more into the industry and are friends with these two big names in America. I think Ed and BTS get along quite well. I feel like they have similar perspectives on life and similar personalities. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I appreciate this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving comments. And as always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over there and check that out. I have a lot of videos over there that I can't really post on here. This is due to copyright or getting taken down, so I do keep it over there on my Patreon. You can get videos over there like music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions. You can also recommend things you'd like to see over there. Currently, we have over 400 videos that are already up on there. That would include fan cafe videos from BTS, reality TV show videos from BTS, and all that sort of thing. We also have a great time interacting with each other over there as well, and currently there's a 10% off deal thing going on over there too. So if you're interested in any of that, link is in the top description down below. With that said, there is a video over there that kind of goes over how you can support this channel even more if you would like to do that. That video is on the front page and it's free to watch. With that said, there's two videos that will appear up on screen at the end of this video, so click on one of those and I'll see you over there. Bye.